Hello friends, welcome to How Hacks. Yes, I know it's been a while. I haven't posted something and I was on a short break from How Hacks, but now I'm back and yes, with a very interesting hack. This is for all those people out there who use ukuleles. Well, I will not go on the debate with which is the right way of calling this instrument, but definite enough. If you all want to go, there are a number of debates online regarding how to pronounce this instrument. Now, regarding this instrument, let me tell you, it's a very beautiful 4-stringed tiny guitar looking instrument, and basically it's very easy and a quick way to learn an instrument. Well, this is what I feel personally, because I have been singing for quite some time from childhood, and now I wanted to go more diverse into it. So I have been starting off with this, and it's been fun. At the same time, there are a number of things that you need to do once you pick an instrument of your choice. The most important thing to continue with that instrument is practice. Loads and loads of practice. Whenever you get the time, practice the instrument so that you would know how to play it. Now, in order to practice the instrument, you need to have it kept in front of you. The problem is, if you keep putting the instrument into the bag every time, removing out, or put it in the box and keep removing out, you might tend to damage it, or the string might get pulled off. Exactly the same what happened to me. Yes, but then what is an easier way of keeping this instrument in front of you? Well, you can always buy a stand, but let me tell you, if you are a little tight on the budget, because good stands really come expensive, you can make one by yourself, and trust me, it's very simple, and you do not require some genius masterwork stuff into this or expensive stuff into this. It's very simple. So let's shoot in directly and see what is this holder made of, this DIY for ukulele or ukulele holder. So friends, for this you will need a metal hanger like this. As you can see, this is a little of a good quality one. You'll get different kind of qualities. The one which is very easily foldable or thin material, try to take something which is a little strong so that your instrument will be safe. Now, what you got to start doing is, you'll need to bend this hanger. Exactly. So trying to do it by your hand might be difficult in case if you are not used to bending thick wires. So I would advise you all to use the plier for this. So for me, I'm fine with both. When I find it difficult, I might just switch. Now this end that you see of the hanger, one corner, one end, you will fold it equally towards the other end in this way. Now hold it tight. It might just slip off your hand, and then just tighten it up on the center a bit in this way. So if you need to use a plier to tighten it up, please do go ahead and do it. If not, you can just leave it in this kind of shape, and then later, once you need to do any adjustment, you can decide equally how you want to go ahead. So I'm just tilting it a little inwards. Now if you can see the shape, it is in a kind of V shape, except leaving the hanging part of it. See, this is the exact shape that it is in. Looks like some duck or something if you show it to your kids. And well, now what we'll do is the ends, the middle portion of it, we will fold it upwards. So this is what you can do it one wire or one metal this at a time, so that you do not strain your hand or your fingers on bending it. So this is the way that you'll bend it. See that when you bend it, it's more on the inner side. If you can see the length that I have done, I have just left a small V portion and I have bent it upwards. So once you're done bending it upwards, this is what it will look. And now friends, let me tell you, while bending this, it is going to be troublesome, as the hanger, the wired hanger, is a little hard, it's of a little strong material, but it is going to be very good for your instrument. So this is how it's going to be looking. It somewhat feels like some chair. Now this end that I have of the hanger, I will fold it together. Be careful, mind your fingers. Try to fold it in together in this way. Here, and there, can you see? It looks neat now once it's brought in together. The same I will do on the other side. Now as you can see, the other side also I have bent it and brought it together. So once this is brought together, that's when you can decide how you want it to be standing. Now this is the kind of shape that it is in. Try spreading it a little, because your ukulele or ukulele needs to fit inside this thing. Now what I would suggest is try winding the ends of the wire together, so that they might not hurt the instrument or form scratches if it's a rough material. If y'all are fine with something like this, then y'all can just keep it in this way. So this is basically how it's going to be looking once you have set up the thing. So depending on how you're going to be hanging it, like in what position. Now as you can see, I'm making another bend inwards there. See, the same I will do the other side. I'm making another bend inwards. The reason why we are doing this bend is, once we hang the instrument on this, it should not slip and fall off. That's the reason I am bending it in this way. So here it's good enough in this way, and basically the portion in the center is where your ukulele will fit in, and I'll just loosen up certain parts where I feel it needs to be sitting. So this is mostly the shape that it will be in, okay, as you can see. And the hanging portion, as I mentioned earlier also, you'll need to see how y'all are hanging it, on what angle. So depending on that, you'll need to adjust the hanging portion. So keep bending it inwards. It's nevertheless, if it's too thin, you can always keep spread it far apart, you know, or vice versa. So it's time to try. The adjustment will keep on going till you have the final piece ready. So now since we are ready, let's try. This is how it actually looks. So once you have done this, let's take a closer look how to remove it. Put the ukulele up, tilt it sideways and remove it out. So there, and that's your instrument holder. That's exactly how it looks. I'll give you a closer look so you know from all angles how it's supposed to be looking. So once you have this, you can hang it anywhere. To put it inside, again sideways, you put it in, turn it and then hang it on the hanger, the holder. So it's quite an easy and cost efficient way of making the ukulele or ukulele holder. You can have it hanging anywhere where you'll always be reminded to practice the instrument. This is how the close-up looks. Now for this thing, the wired thing, you can always try winding it with some wool, you know, or yarn or some kind of material, or you get these electric tapes, you can try putting them, but tape I would not advise because in time the stickiness will come out. So friends, I hope this is going to come in use for many of y'all who play the ukulele or ukulele. Of course, advisable enough since this is a metal stuff which y'all are using to make the stand. I would advise y'all to see that y'all put a soft covering. Either y'all could use a bubble wrap, thin binding of bubble wrap, or y'all can use the foam that y'all get, you know, thin foam or something to just put it around there. I wouldn't advise plastic or something because that could stick around. If your ukulele or ukulele is lying there for some time, the plastic could just get pulled off, you know, or stick to the ukulele. You never know what is the material going to cause the damage to your instrument. So and of course, if y'all feel anyone will look at it and, you know, they'll be like what, you know, what a cheap stuff. So let me tell you, you can always add decorations to it. You can add tiny flowers, or like I mentioned, or something to make it look a little more rich, or, you know, good type. Of course, you cannot beat it in comparison to the stands that are originally made for the ukulele or ukulele, but then I feel it is a very good alternative if you are looking at something which is fitting in your budget. And it is advisable for children who are learning these instruments. If y'all have found that this kind of stand is going to be useful to y'all, please do ask in help from your parents in order to make this kind of a holder, because you know, you could, your fingers, your hands are going to be very soft and sensitive, and definitely trying to twist the wire or, you know, bend it in some way might hurt your hand. So just ask your parents to do this thing so that, you know, you will not hurt yourself. So hoping this hack was useful for those people who play this instrument, and if y'all have any suggestions, please do mention it in the comment section. I would love to hear from y'all. Kindly do not try this holder for guitars, because the guitar weight might not be able to, pull off on this holder. It might just, go bang down. So I wouldn't ask you all to give it a try unless or until you have used a very strong material for it. And even for ukuleles, you'll get it in different kind of sizes. Now the one that I have tried is for the soprano, but nevertheless, I believe even for the concert it would come handy. But if the size goes bigger and the weight is more, I would suggest that try not using this holder, because it might just fall off because of the weight, unless or until you can use a heavy material of the hanger to hold on for your instrument. So hoping today's hack was useful. I'll see you next time with another new hack. Till then, bye.